morning. You want to hear something crazy cool? I have a friend who has a horse and is actually going to bring multiple horses to a world known trainer. And the actual clinician has been part of this horse's training. The one that's there right now. They're going to bring multiple horses, but the one that's there right now. And the assistant to that clinician is the active trainer of this horse that's there right now, and probably future horses. There's 3 people that are attached to these horses that were present for the orientation, and for the evaluation of the horse, and have gone back for the evaluation and of the horse was done by the main clinician, and the assistant was there with the intentions of continuing on with any plan. The clinician is around and is actively a part of, but not necessarily executing the training. But somebody that's their second-hand person is still what you would think would be pretty high up there on the scale of likability or whatever. The day the horse was evaluated, one of the 3 people told the other 2, I like these people, but I like the way Kirsten does it better. And then I was just told the horse has been there for 2 weeks now, I think, maybe even 3 weeks, 2 weeks for sure. And I was told yesterday that the same person told the other 2 again, still like Kirsten better. Still like the way Kirsten does it better. I'm sorry. I'm not going to disclose who this person is, but it's pretty exciting to have it reported back to you that somebody likes you at pennies per hour better than somebody who's making $500 per lesson. That's pretty cool. That is a compliment that doesn't even need to be a compliment. It's just really cool to have somebody didn't have to tell me that this even occurred. Didn't have to tell me that somebody felt that way. Didn't have to tell me. It certainly has no reason to just blow smoke so randomly like that. So I just wanted to share that. I think that's really cool. I think that's really fun. And to be perfectly honest with you, it's pretty inspiring because my horses are not in my backyard. They're in my front yard. But my horses have been kind of front yard powder puffs, lawn ornaments. I haven't really been doing a lot with my horses. And in that, it's also saying I'm not doing much to advertise what I do. I'm not doing much to advertise my horses or myself. And I think 2023 being pushed into 2023 with this inspiration of, people actually like you better because they've had experience with you. They had a couple of years with me. They like me better than somebody that you would think they just sort of automatically liked. That's pretty cool. By reputation, they should have just automatically liked what's being done with their horse. And I don't know. I always feel like it's weird to be told something really cool that's flattering and then feeling like you got to be careful who you tell that to, because the wrong person's going to think you're just patting yourself on the back. The wrong person's going to think that you're being a braggart. I am like the person on the X Factor stage hearing praise that they did not expect to get. They had enough confidence in themselves to put themselves out there, but only probably to get themselves onto the stage, but not so much to believe that they were going to be told they're incredible. I feel like those people look. You know, they look like they're amazed at the accolades, that they weren't expecting them. You know, I don't know if people understand. I never really even knew what imposter syndrome was. I didn't know that people, until I started really listening to a lot of professionals, especially professional musicians, I didn't really know that people suffered from, or even knew how to identify, I should say, a feeling of imposter syndrome. But when they told me that they were going to go there, I almost felt worried, knowing that they were going to want to evaluate the humans, not just the horse, in what they know, what their skill set is, what they're going to need to learn in order to appropriately manage the horse that they're planning on training. And feeling a little, you know, like I'm being tested. Did I teach them well enough to shine in that environment if they stand before somebody who has been teaching for 50 years, you know? Am I somebody that can properly prepare somebody to stand on stage and be judged by that person? And I was worried when I heard they were going, and I was almost feeling ready to defend how I do things, because I don't do things their way, but it's all the same, you know. Natural horsemanship's all the same. Just depends on what phrases you coin, you know, but it's all the same. So to know that I was standing in front of a natural horsemanship judge through my teaching, I was prepared to defend, well, I do it this way because, or, you know what I mean? Like, I was prepared to be defending why I do things the way I do. And to hear that she did great, the one girl, she did great, to the point to where he found another way to challenge her skill set to see if she could do great that way as well. And I couldn't be happier. And it's like, who do you tell? You know, who do you tell? And maybe that's even like a whole separate video, but who do you tell? When somebody says something really nice about you, or somebody says something really nice to you, who do you tell? Do you have people you can call up and say, oh my God, you won't believe this? Or are you worried when you do report something like that? Are you worried that somebody's gonna tell you to, you know, get over yourself? It's hard to be paid a compliment and not know if it's supposed to just be a private experience. And I'm just curious in a way too. Like, I mean, I was sharing that, yes, but I'm also like adding to the fact, like, who do you tell? Who do you tell where you don't worry about what you tell is going to be considered conceited? Like, I'm not looking to be accused of being conceited or anything. I'm like, holy shit, Simon Cowell said I can sing. Like, you know what I mean? That's so cool that, I don't know, I told people I knew would understand that my amazement or thrill was like believing that I kind of was validated, that I like again, the whole imposter syndrome. Maybe I felt I needed to be validated. That, wow, could you be any more validated? In my opinion, can you be any more validated than somebody who's a world-renowned trainer sees nothing wrong with the way somebody's been taught? That's pretty cool.